another reading. Today we are looking at Jung Hae in his personality, his career, and his love life. Now I will be leaving timestamps in the description so that you can go to the section which will interest you the most. I have a lot of pending requests and I'm sorry about that. I'm not being able to get them in time, but I will, as I'm getting time, I will get to them. And if you all want something urgently, I'm taking paid requests now with 2 different rates. The details of that you can find in the description, and do contact me if you all are looking for paid requests to be done. Yeah, then let's get to the reading. As usual, very interesting spread. I mean, this is just so interesting. I cannot tell you how amazing. As I was putting the cards down, what was revealed to me. Okay, we have the Lover's card as the central card for him. And what does this mean? This is that his central identity and who he is about searching for his soulmate. It is about, and if you see, it is like a divine connection. Okay, so he feels incomplete in himself. He's always searching for that connection. He wants to connect to that special person, and I think he has been searching that for all his life. The Lover's card is also talking about duality in one aspect, that he has the perfect balance of the masculine and the feminine. So he can be very masculine in one set, and he can be also very feminine in terms of being sensitive. The feminine aspects of collaboration and sensitivity is also there in him. And I feel he definitely has a spiritual side to him. That is what we see the angel over here, who's blessing this union. So this is his central personality, and he is based in the in the feeling of love, or feeling of finding love. And when we have his primary influence, we have the King of Wands, which shows that he's like a very passionate guy, and he's a guy of action. Somehow I feel this is a person who loves to live life fully. He is got fire in his soul. He likes to do things. He is active. He is not somebody who sits and makes plans. He's somebody who executes plans. This is what I feel about him. His personality is not someone who takes a back seat. He's right there in the action, doing things. Now, if I see his past, we have the 2 of Wands, where we see, I think he has traveled a lot, and he has done a lot of things in life, and he had to make choices. His life has been full of choices, and he definitely chose wisely. Okay, and he's looking away far. There's some decision which he had to take in the past, which definitely impacted him. But his past has been not very bad, not very good, but I somehow get the feeling that he's a very wise individual who weighs everything in his mind before taking decisions. He's not somebody who just runs into taking decisions. He evaluates, and he takes time. What is interesting is the future influence. We see the Devil card over here, and if you see, this is the negative influence of the Lover's card, where he can get a little bit obsessed. So I see him becoming obsessed about getting his partner in the future. It could be also somewhere where he might want to make something happen, even though it is very difficult and maybe not good for himself as well as for his partner. There can be some kind of obsessive behavior which might come from him. and we will only know, but that's the influence he's going to go under in his future. That influence is going to come where he's going to feel really tempted to, control things, to make things happen, even though it can be destructive to himself and to whoever he wants. What he identifies is with the Five of Wands and with the Queen of Pentacles. Now the Five of Wands, if you see, we have people fighting, they're not agreeing with each other. So there has been a lot of conflict in his life. He is someone who's used to getting his way out, or, used to difficult situations and finding a solution to it. He is used to that. He identifies himself as like, I have to stand up with the world. The world is this kind of place, and if I don't stop it, the world is going to take over me and take over what I want. He might also find that everything I have achieved in my life is through my grit. It is through my own hard work. It is through, like, I have to fight everybody to, get what I want. He identifies himself with that. On the other hand, he also identifies with somebody who's very caring, nurturing, and he's someone who likes comfort and who will definitely give comfort to the person who he loves. We have the Queen of Pentacles over here, and this, as I said, there is this masculine and feminine side of him. The sensitivity as well as the action, both are there in him. And this is where the other part of him, where, he wants a nice stable home, and he takes decisions slowly. He doesn't run into it. This is also what I felt with his past influences. And with the Queen of Pentacles as what he identifies, he will not run into something just for the sake of it. He takes his time to make the decision. But once he makes a decision, there is no stopping him. In the public, we have again very interesting cards. How is his persona in the public? In the public, he is the Five of Pentacles, where I think he does not reveal himself or what is going on in his life really. And he also might be not showing, himself in terms of his strengths. He doesn't reveal his strengths to the public. The public might see him as not having enough, when actually in the background he might have a lot. He is not showing maybe his true persona in terms of, how good he is and how confident he is. He is not showing that to the public. The public, he also may not be good at doing PR. He may not be able to do PR or publicity for the sake of it. He cannot do that. He cannot, so he feels, I would say, not good enough to handle public opinion. He will definitely have to give his PR activity to somebody else to handle it for him, because he finds it very difficult to handle public opinion as well as manage public relationships. Internally, in his internal life, how his personality is very deeply knowledgeable, psychic. He also is someone who knows how to keep secrets. So if you tell him something, it's going to be with him. He will never reveal it out, ever. So his friends must be the one, they may turn to him when they are in trouble, because they know they will, they have complete confidentiality with him. Also, with the High Priestess, it's a person of having secret knowledge. He has secret knowledge. He knows things which the general public doesn't know. He knows things, how to do things, which again, regular people don't know. So, and this also makes him very magnetic in the sense that when you look in his eyes, you might think, this guy knows something, He knows about me. He can read my soul. That is the kind of effect he has when he meets people. What he fears the most, we have the Eight of Swords. He fears loss of freedom. He fears being tied down because of his relationships. He feels tied down and helpless, and he hates feeling that. He literally hates that. He hates the fact that he cannot do anything, that his hands are tied. And maybe by himself, they are tied by himself, or they are tied by the person who he loves. He hates that feeling of not being able to do anything, helplessness. That's what he fears the most. And what does he desire the most? He desires a loving relationship. He desires love. abundant love, family. He wants to have that love connection. That is one of his primary desires, actually, if you see, because right now he wants to have that relationship where, happiness, abundance. He wants a person who will have his children. That is what he desires the most, his soulmate. That is what he's looking for. So this is Jung Hae In's personality, and we will move to his career. Let's see how that goes. Spirit, please reveal to us Jung Hae In's career, his past, his present, and his future. Okay, career-wise, we have the Temperance as his past. We have a Queen of Cups, and we have the Eight of Cups. So in the past, I feel, he was very patient. He got into showbiz, with a lot of hard work, with being mentally stable, taking the right decisions. He has carved his career out, actually. He has made emotional decisions, I think, about his career. All the projects which he has done has all been emotionally, it had some emotional impact on him, and that's the reason he chose those projects. But then we have Eight of Cups. So I see him walk away. I think in this past he was doing well, and then he walked away, maybe to his military assignment, or to serve in the military for 2 years. So I think he did it because, again, it was an emotional decision for him. He just suddenly decided to walk away and go. That is what happened in the past. And then let's look at what's happening in the present. I think there are a lot of decisions happening in the present. We have the Three of Wands, the Wheel, and Two of Wands. So we have him taking decisions. I think he might get an international project. That is what I got the feeling when I saw this. And he's evaluating whether he should do that international project or not. We see his career taking a turn, going in for the better, and then again he having new projects coming up, and again him making more decisions. So I think his present is going to be pretty busy. It's going to turn for the better right now. But when we look at the future, we have the Page of Wands, we have the Nine of Wands, and then we have the Ten of Swords. So there is these two are very good cards in terms of his future. We have more new projects, more good news coming. We have him putting a lot of effort into whichever project he did, and he waiting for the results. But somehow he is not completely satisfied. He feels very defeated in his career also after that project. Maybe he doesn't get the response which he wanted. Or sometimes, it's like even if the project does well, you are not 100% satisfied with it for some reason. That is what I see in his career. We have the Ten of Swords, which shows deep depression coming in. Spirit, please show me Jung Hae In's love life. Please show me how Jung Hae In's love life is going to go. Okay. In the past, he has been the King of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Page of Cups. So this basically obviously shows that he's a very emotional person. He has deep emotions, and he's also emotionally very stable. King of Cups basically means king of emotions. And he's somebody whose heart is very open. And it's not that he has been in love often. I won't say that, because this is a person who is used to giving. He is used to sharing a part of who he is. And he's definitely had enough of people in his life who wanted to be with him, but he has not really he may not have many relationships, but he definitely had somebody in the past, which I think over a period of time just fell off. And we have the Page of Cups. So I think he was very young. So you see the mixture. He's got the king, he's got the queen, and then he's got the page. So I feel he's gone through all these stages in life, where his immature love, a little bit more mature love, and then finally a much more stable idea of love and what love really means. He's gone through all three stages of that. In his present, this is the most interesting card. We have the Emperor again. Now, for anybody who has seen the reading with Jisoo, we know that he came up as the Emperor. And one of the reasons I wanted to do his personality was to see why he came up as the Emperor. Now, in his love life, again, he has come as the Emperor. And what it means is somebody who is, in control of the situation. Somebody who's authoritative. And it's also somebody who's very rule bound. He's not going to break rules, but he's going to get the job done. Somebody very powerful also. There's a lot of power executing, which comes from being the Emperor. So he had, in his love life now, he has gone through the stages of being the page, inexperienced, and being mature, being the king, and now he's the Emperor. He has control over his emotions. He's not somebody who's going to, be all over the place and not be understanding. He's going to go for the long haul, wait it out, and see how things work. And also it's interesting, I see the chess piece in his hand. So he's someone who knows how to play games now. He knows he's not going to get deceived. He is the top of the game. You cannot get away. He knows how to play the game now. 2 wands, and we have the Queen of Pentacles again. So yes, he's looking at, it'll come to in his love life, there will be a time when he has to make a decision. And we see, a lady over here looking far away. So he will have to, and holding 1 wand. So he will have to make decisions. He will have to choose which way he will go. We also see somebody with the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles also shows a very calm, collected, earthly person. Someone who's stable, who's very grounded. So I feel in his love life, this is what is happening right now. And he is a master of his emotions. He's going to wait it out. That is what I feel in his love life. In this future, we have a 4 of Cups. And if anybody has seen, obviously, the Jisoo reading, we see so many times the 4 of Cups coming up, where there's, where there is not, the acceptance of emotion is not there. You want to deny what you're feeling. And I think it's come under the Emperor, so he's going to wait. This is what I feel. But the card which really made me happy was the 4 of Wands, where we see celebration. And we also see, it's like being a party lit up. So I do feel he's going to become successful in his love life. He's going to celebrate. And we also see, obviously, before that, the 2 of Pentacles. So if we put all of them in conjunction, we have somebody who's not accepting their feelings. We have somebody who has to make a decision. And we have celebration. Somehow I feel this is not really about him. That it's not he the one who's not accepting his emotions. I think he really knows what his emotions lie. But I think his partner, the woman who he is going to be in love with, or he is in love with, is the one who's going to go through these stages. And he, being the Emperor, is going to try to make this happen. The only thing is, he needs to be careful of, if we saw the influence of the Devil card in his future as his future influence, he should be very careful not to manipulate the situation or not to manipulate her to make this happen. Sometimes you're so convinced, that that something is good for someone, that they don't know it's good for them, and you try to make things happen. but he needs to restrict himself and try to be he has to, he should not manipulate the situation. That is all. But I think he will end up doing that because he might find there's no other way to get what he wants unless he manipulates the situation. So let's see how this plays out. I'll be definitely updating about them again and again. And I hope you all enjoyed this reading. This is his love life. And if you all like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more such videos. And I hope you all had a good time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.